We are on the hunt for treasure. I am convinced that there is something on this farm. I've just hit a big target over here. We're right up against the hedge line. Oh, we're in a coin. We've got a coin. Guys, it is Easter weekend, which means one thing. Grinley's got 5 days off work and she's going to pester me for those 5 days.
I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone that's congratulated Dan and I on our baby news. I'm all good. The nausea has officially stopped and my energy levels are a lot better now, which is great. We find out the gender next Friday, so that's really exciting. I think we're having a girl. Dan thinks we're having a boy. But either way, whatever we have, as long as they're healthy, that's all that matters. So obviously we'll keep you updated once we find out.
We're just driving now to this metal detecting permission, and this was the first ever permission I got, so it's a bit nostalgic really, because we've got a new one coming up which you'll get to see in future episodes. We've just got Beeston Castle and Petherton Castle in the background here, and this scenic route on the way to this farm really does make you realise that we are right out in the sticks, but we live in a really beautiful place. But there's so much history here as well, and that is why I really wanted this farm as a permission. I found quite a few things on it already. We're about halfway through detecting it, been detecting it now for roughly a couple of years. Last year we found a coin dating back to the mid 1700s, but I am convinced that there is something on this farm, and hopefully with a bit of luck today we are going to strike that gold hoard.
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light, running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never get
Okay, here we are on our permission. Acres and acres of field, and we're about halfway through detecting the whole place. Like I said, we've been here for a couple of years now. Loads and loads of field in the background, and in the distance, just there, you can see Beeston Castle. The amount of people that would have walked this route hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and that makes me think it only takes one of them to drop a golden coin. Isn't that right, Al?
Well, yeah, but up to now we've basically been like a scrap metal team and just dug up bloody nails.
She's lying. She's lying. She's lying to piss me off. This isn't the fishing episode, love. Welcome everybody. We are going to be using part of the Vanquish series today, and the reason I wanted to do this is because this was my very first metal detecting permission. So I wanted to use my very first metal detector. A bit of nostalgia in this episode. In future episodes, you're probably going to see one of the Equinox series, but I thought for today, because this is the first ever metal detecting episode we've done for Reels and Relics, we're going to feature my very first one. Let's get to it. Beeston Castle was built around 1220 and was used all the way up until a civil war in the mid-1600s. One of the biggest legends surrounding the castle is that Richard II hid his famous treasure in the 13th century well, the deepest medieval well in the UK, and to this day it has never been found. With the castle standing in the distance, you only need to imagine what lies under these fields. When we first started this permission, we made sure that we kind of blocked it out so that I could detect in kind of a grid layer to cover all aspects of the field, rather than just coming into the field and swinging a detector around. I wanted to do it in stages, and that's what I've been doing over the last couple of years. And right now we are probably just over halfway of doing it. We've still got quite a lot of ground to cover, and we started finishing up in around September 2025. And that is when we found a mid-1700s coin. Who knows what else is here? But it's a beautiful day. Spring is here. It's Easter weekend. Let's do it. So what I've done, guys, is I've cranked the sensitivity on the detector right up. Because this is quite long grass, we're not able to get right down to the soil. So it's important that the sensitivity is really quite high. Now, if you've never done this before, like, I'm no expert, and this is a very, very basic detector, really. It's all about getting the swing right, covering a lot of ground, but you can also overcomplicate metal detecting an awful lot as well. And a bit like other industries I've worked in, such as the paranormal, where people are really heavily reliant on equipment, you can go too far. I think this detector here, I found some amazing stuff on. And yes, you will be seeing more advanced metal detectors in future episodes, but it's all about just getting out, having fun, but also knowing the tones and the numbers to your detectors. What we're looking for here on this Vanquish 340 is quite a high pitch tone and a number above sort of 23, 25. And the magic numbers, 28 to 30, that's when you know you could potentially be in to something really good. Any low tones like a grunting sound and any numbers below 10 is very, very likely to be iron. We have hit a number 16 here. The tone is kind of a mid-tone. So what I'm going to do now is switch into all metal mode. Yeah. Now you can hear a grunt in the background, which will indicate straight away that it's iron. Now I keep this detector on coin mode or jewelry mode, but when you switch it into all metal, you can hear those grunts, and it's giving me a -1 as well, which would definitely indicate that it will be some kind of iron. Now, I don't tend to dig iron simply because I'd spend so many hours digging up nails and things like that. So we're going to leave this target and not dig it. Okay, we're hitting a 16. We're going to check now on all metal mode. Okay, that's good. We're still getting mid-tones off that. Not as high as I'd want, but I think it's going to be worth digging. Foil. Tin. Foil. Ooh. Okay, we've just checked all metal mode and we are reading an 18, quite a high pitch tone as well. So I think this is going to be a spot worth digging. Luckily the ground is still quite soft because we have had rain over the last week. Okay. Then what we do, for anyone who's new to metal detecting, we go in with the pinpointer to see if we can get it. All right, guys, so what we've done is we've dug out the hole, the plug, and we have hit whatever it is in what's come out. Now, because this is quite you know, a low budget beginner metal detector, sometimes it's very difficult to pinpoint exactly where it is and get those extremely correct tones. It's one of them, you get what you pay for. If you buy, you know, a £1,500 metal detector, it does all the work for you. But because this is the first episode, we wanted to go nostalgic. All right, here we go. Just want to chop this up. Oh wow,
Musket ball.
it's a musket ball.
Stop it. Oh my god.
It's a musket ball.
That is amazing.
Unbelievable. Wow.
Wow. Oh my god.
So guys, obviously during the Civil War, Beeston Castle was used. The Royalists had control of Beeston Castle until the parliamentarians overthrew them. And there were skirmishes within this area. You know, we're not far from Chester here, the Siege of Chester. They used Tarvin, which is actually just a couple of miles that way, as the main route into Chester. And as you can see here, we've come across an incredible musket ball. And that is my first ever musket ball. So it kind of feels very special that we've done this in this first episode. Amazing, guys, and you'll get to see this in a lot more detail at the end of this episode. Ooh. Just gonna check all metal. Okay, this is a tone that we really want to be digging. This is a 21, and just listen to that high-pitched tone. That's exactly what we're looking for. It's going to be interesting to see what this one is. There's a nice big stone in that as well. It is very deep.
Oh, you're on it there. That.
Oh my word, what is that? What is this?
What is it?
I have absolutely no idea what this is. I think it's some kind of machinery, off a piece of machinery.
We are on farmland though, aren't we, which would make sense.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's nothing of value, absolutely not.
We'll clean it up though.
Yeah, we'll clean it up, we'll keep it, we'll clean it up, and we'll let you guys know what this is later in the episode. We move on. We are halfway through the day and we've hit a lot of no-go tones. That's the right words. Yeah, tones that are just not worth digging, and the ones that we have dug have just been not great. The musket ball was a hell of a find, and I still don't know what the circular object is that we found. We need to clean it up later, but we're going to carry on. We've done all of this bit behind me here, and now we're going to cover that area. Alice needs a wee, so she's going squatting. As you do. Feel very sorry for you females. Go on, love, get on with it. She's eating toast as well, because if she doesn't take food with her, she gets very hangry. Guys, wish me luck. Come on. Just going to Alice, is bringing the camera and the small shovel over now, because I've just hit a big target over here. We're right up against the hedge line, which backs into another field, and I've slammed into a 21, very, very high tone. It's been the best target I've had for about an hour and a half now. This is going to be one of the last targets of the day. We're just about to finish up. Not had anything decent for about an hour and a half, and I've just hit into a 21, 22, very, very crisp high tone, which is what we're looking for. Please. Oh my God, what was that?
Hopefully not a bomb.
No, don't say that.
Still in, oh, more that
That is a lovely tone right there.
Yeah. I think you need to dig a bit more on that side.
Possibly.
There you go, perfect.
All right, guys, we're going in. We are going in.
Oh.
All right.
In that.
It's in this. Just be gentle. Oh, we're in a coin. We've got a coin.
Have we?
We're into a coin.
Oh, yay!
Oh, yes.
Focus in. And zoom right in.
Oh, my word. Here we go, guys. We have hit into a coin. It's not a hammered or anything like that. There is markings on the outside that I can see. I don't know. There we go, guys. So we will get that cleaned up for you. We're just going to finish this stretch here. We'll get that cleaned up for you, and then hopefully it's something old. But there we go, guys. First coin of the day in one of the last sessions.
We've done well today.
We've done well.
Ball
Yeah.
and the coin.
Yeah, absolutely. What an awesome day. A musket ball, a coin, and that almost finishes this permission, which is a bit sad really, because I've been detecting on here for 2 years. It was the first ever permission I got from where we live now. But onto new things, and this coming weekend we're going to head over to our new permission, which is about a 20-minute drive from here. It's in a small village called Malpas. And on the site of the farm was a 15th century property, which is absolutely awesome. And who knows what we'll find there, but you guys that follow Reels and Relics here are going to join us on this brand new journey. Easter weekend, still lots to do. I will see you very soon. We are burning off Easter eggs today, guys, because we consumed heavily on Easter Sunday. But I think you'll all be very proud of me. This is the first Easter in many a year that I've not got pissed. I had one Guinness on Good Friday and I had one glass of wine last night, so I'm quite proud of myself. So where we are today, guys, just where we've come from is actually where our house is. Our estate's just on the bottom here, and this leads out onto Beeston Castle. But a little bit of mad history for you. Last year they found some World War II bombs on our estate, and very close to where we are was where the Home Guard were storing fuel for the aircrafts and the tanks and stuff, but also where they would have made sort of a stand here if we were invaded by Germany. It's crazy. And then if you look at hundreds and hundreds of years earlier, there is Beeston Castle, and you've got Peckforton Castle in the distance as well. And I always wanted this field as a metal detecting permission because I think it would have been awesome. But we're going to take a trip today right up close to Beeston Castle, so we'll see you there. now the moment you've all been waiting for, as we take a detailed look at the two main finds. First, we look at the musket ball, and what's clear to see is this raised section here. This is typical of 17th century musket balls. It is where the lead was poured in. We can also tell by the size and weight of the ball that it was likely used for a standard British military musket during the 17th century. Although it is impossible to get the exact date, it is highly likely that this musket ball was dropped accidentally by a soldier during the English Civil War. Given its proximity to Beeston Castle and to Cheshire, this area was heavily involved in the conflict during 1643. This makes this find a true piece of history, and it makes you think, what happened to the soldier who dropped this? We know it wasn't fired, as it still holds its original shape. 400 years of history right here in one tiny artifact. Finally, we move on to the coin. After cleaning it up as much as possible, we can now determine that this is a William III halfpenny, which dates between 1694 and 1701. William became King of England after James II was deposed in 1688, and it was William who led the invasion of England. William ruled England with his wife Mary II, making them the only joint sovereigns in English history. Two pieces of real history found on this land, and I would like to thank everyone who has watched this episode. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon.